PSA for season end. Lots of cosmetics are going to be vaulted for a while. Again, explaining this while you can hear it. It's going away at the end of the season. Get it while you can. But aside from that, so we still have more of the 30th anniversary stuff that was reintroduced to the store temporarily. Mainly finishers and some brief cosmetic. Well, actually, only a very few cosmetics. Mostly finishers and emotes. But that is still here in case you needed to pick up on some of it. But then, as well, like I said, Season Seraph ends soon, so if there's anything you want to get your hands on in here that is anything related to the season, this is the best chance to get them direct without having to chance things. So anything in this tab, while it's available for silver currently, and only a few things are available for Bright Dust, most of this stuff will go into the vault until it's brought back in the archive during Season of the Deep, 2 seasons later. In case you don't know why that happens, basically, a majority of the stuff, like, we don't have most of the stuff from Season of the Plunder in here because that was the most recent season in comparison to this one, but we'll get a majority of the other Season of Plunder stuff in here next season. It's a 2 season behind thing for the archive and a full store, but this might still come around by Bright Dust. Once again, say might. But getting into Bright Dust while we were talking about it. On the front page, we have Polished Sea Stone, an ornament from Season of the Undying, which doesn't look half bad, honestly. It gives a weird fish scale look in terms of some things, but I honestly recommend this more for guns, if I recall. And we also have the Harpy's Cry Transmat effect, which is you spawning out of what looks like an oracle, but is not at all related to a harpy. And we also have the Redline Torpedo, a ship from Season Splicer, which was a set of hot rod based gear. It was supposed to be like race car rally driver stuff, in case you didn't want to know, or words, in case we're curious about that. And we also have a purple rarity emotes in VR exploration, which is basically you putting on VR goggles and being weirded out by VR, like most people are the first time to put that on. But then it just kind of ends. There you go. Then into the main store, starting up from the bottom, Vibrant Breach, a shader from Season of the Forge, which is a weird one. Would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a Navy/aquatic look, but at the same time, meh. We also have Atlantic Rush. I would also recommend for kind of the same thing, except this looks, now that I think of it, more like the Europa weapons. So if you want to look like Europa weapons without using that one shader, there you go. We also have Golden Age Wine from Season of the Worthy, which is a very Callus style look without being a Callus look. So if you want to rep him but didn't have access to any of his shaders, there you go. And we also have Butterbark from Season of the Arrivals, which I gotta honestly admit, the shaders for the last week of the season are very meh looking at them. Then going into Transmats, we have the Minotaur effects from Season of the Undying, or Season of the Opulence, excuse me, which I still don't know why this is the Minotaur effects. I guess it's supposed to be the Gate Lord being built in front of you sort of thing, but it doesn't compare, not nearly. It was of the Cabal entrance from Season of the Worthy, which is basically supposed to be like spawning Cabal textile, but doesn't really compare to the drop pod. And we also have the Siva emergence from Season of the Worthy, which it was another Siva teaser, but Siva's still not here, and I feel like it's never coming back until Wrath of the Machine, so I could only hope. But then, into our main ticket items, we have the Ghost Fist Bump from this season, which is a cute little one where your ghost spawns and you do a little boop with them, which is a very cute one, although it does look like you killed your ghost. Then we also have the OU emote, which is a blue one, which is, I think is supposed to be... I think I know what it... I don't get it, though. And we also have the Drill Down Shell, which is a ghost. It looks like it's ready to bore into the center of the Earth, if I'm honest. It's a cute little one, but, you know, a bit bulky. And we have Externalization, a vehicle from this season as well. I believe this is a part of a 3D printed or solar set or something like that that came with things. But it does look very Yopa, look very futuristic. Nice little purple stream, but still quite basic. Then for all of our characters, we have the helmets available on all classes for the ARC set. I believe at this point we have actually touched all bases, so if you were paying attention to some things, you were able to pick up the full ARC set by now with the helmets, full ARC set by Bright Dust if you were patient and did it week by week. If not, then just get your hands in the helmet if you want them. Then, second to last, we have the Open Hands ornament for Lawrence Driver, which, I'm not gonna lie, looks decent in comparison to the other ones, which if I recall was literally version 1 and then version 0.5, if I can find them. So we have the original, and then we have the stable prototype, which literally just, I think, just cleans it up a little bit. But I gotta admit, I think I like that one a little bit better in comparison, just because, I don't know, it looks, you know, it's hard to put into words, but it looks a little bit off. Plus, if you don't use Lawrence Driver, why get an ornament for something you don't use? Then, lastly, and definitely least, as always, a Taros projection for your little ghost from Season of the Chosen as a part of the Taros constellation set. And with that, my name is Matt Scorpion, and reiterating, I will always be sure to reiterate this in case anyone's watching. Stuff is going away. Chance it might not be back in Brightgo Store. Definite chance it won't be back in the store until next season, or season after next. So if there's anything you want in here, get it while you can. If not, you're going to miss out on it. You have 7 days. My name is Ben Scorpion, and I'll see you in the next one.